Hello YouTube, this is Travis Dunn with MDL. It is June 6, 2015.
Screwed that up. It shouldn't be MDL, it should be SD Project.
We will get to that in just a moment. This is my vlog. Obviously I didn't end up doing one last weekend. I'll get to that in just a moment. Needless to say, things have been very crazy. We are on our way to Origins. And as Doc, who's here with me, obviously hinted to, we've finally come up with a name for the YouTube channel. It will be called the SD Project. Obviously, his last name starts with an S, my last name starts with a D. You can pretty much figure out the rest. So, since my last vlog, I had kind of a trifecta of fuck-ups. And the power supply in Nemesis quit, the brand new power supply that I did a video on for the channel. And so I've got to RMA that, because unfortunately Micro Center sold all 8 of the ones that they had in stock. And so I'm going to have, like I said, I'm going to have to send that out, and I'll be doing that this week. So it's going to be down for a little while. And I also talked about, pulling down the pool, resetting it, putting the sand underneath. I got blocks for each of the posts. Well, I'm an idiot, and
Who does not understand physics?
I put some of the blocks in such a way that that when the pool liner finally filled and shifted and kind of rolled over one of those blocks and punctured a hole in it.
Pinchy.
So yeah, so I ended up punching a hole in it. About a week later, my stepdad came up, helped me patch it, helped me get all the blocks moved. We had to literally jack up each post, and so that I could reposition every one of the blocks, because they were pretty much all wrong. So, give me just a moment. I got a speedy. Anyway, so got all that done, and then obviously I talked about I got the pulley for the bike, and the nut on that pulley did not want to come off. My stepdad helped me with that as well. I bought a 4-foot cheater bar, and my stepdad hauls kegs around for a living, so I mean he's 2 or 3 times the strength that I am. And he's like, that damn near gave me a hernia. And I'm sitting there holding the bike, and he's heave-hoeing on the crowbar, or the cheater bar, just to break it loose. So it was a pain. But I got it done, and it took almost a week to actually test the bike out, because the weather has been absolute shit. And so I literally yesterday finally got to take the bike out. It's riding pretty good. I got to check the speedo. I almost guarantee that it's off. Hopefully here soon I'll have Doc here. Either I'll follow him or he'll follow me, and we'll test out where the speedo is, and get a measure for where it's at so I can recalibrate it. So I kind of had those 3 things going, and my wife had taken some couple days off because we needed to get the house clean with all the stuff that had been going on with Girl Scouts and cookie season. And to be honest, the house was a wreck. And so we needed to do some spring cleaning. And clean we did. Top to bottom. My stepdad took and hauled away a whole freaking truckload of shit. And I've got 6 trash cans. Those were all full. And then on top of that, I had probably enough to fill 4 or 5 more trash cans. Just, useless junk that I have just been holding on to for way too long, and it was just time to get rid of it. So I got all that stuff done. I got all the rooms rearranged as I wanted to do. I got the window air conditioner put in the wall in my bedroom. That has been a huge improvement as far as me sleeping. is no longer hot in that room. I've been really having a hard time keeping that room cool. So, but anyway, as I said, as we were talking about just a moment ago, we got the channel name picked out. I got it all set up. I'll be doing some videos from Origins. I'll also post some of them here on my channel. So I'll post a link below and go subscribe. We're gonna try to do some fun things. There's gonna be a lot of gaming involved. And we've got some different things that we're wanting to work on. Doc has to have surgery on his fistula, and I sort of talked about his dialysis treatments. And he's got a little scar tissue in the fistula. He's got to have removed. So he's going to be staying with me for a few weeks, and so we're going to get a chance to work on some videos. I'll teach him what I know as far as editing. We'll try to figure out some other things on our own, and try to get some videos going on both my channel and the channel we're doing together. Obviously, you see my son here in the back, and he's going with us. So it'll be fun to use and abuse him. I keep telling him he's going to be my cameraman for today.
No, he's going to be the camera monkey. Get the term right.
Yeah, that's true. Monkey's a good term. I like monkey.
But that's not fair.
Life isn't fair.
There's the bonus of being an adult.
I'm no monkey.
Somebody's got to be the bitch. He's the bitch. Don't you dare. Oh, so anyway, lots of fun there. But we spent 4 days cleaning the house, and like I said, everything's good. I'm looking forward to spending some time at Origins this year. We're gonna actually check out the game room this year. We've been going for the last almost 5 years, I think now.
Yeah, it's been longer than that. It's been like 6 or 7.
Has it? It seems like forever. And we've never actually. I think last year was the first year we actually walked into the game room. Mm-hmm. And so this year we're gonna try to at least sit into 1 or 2 games. And that's something we like I said, both of us have kind of talked about. It just never always worked for whatever reason. We always end up spending so much time in the dealer room. But there's so much great stuff to see, and if you're into tabletop games, you're into miniatures, you're into card games,
role-playing games. I mean, everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's even in the last few years, there's some video games they had a retro console room.
The Retron 5.
Yeah, where they had Retron 5 set up. And we checked out that. If the price was right, I've been this close to purchasing the Retron 5.
Hell, if it would have been $10 cheaper at Origins last year, you would have bought it there.
I think literally when I found out what the price was, I literally was like $10 shy from my budget. But that's the one thing I'll tell you: don't go in with a credit card. Go in with a budget, because you can spend it. Last year I spent. Our friends from Alaska that came down. And I kind of felt bad. We kind of did Origins in a bit of a rush, because obviously I was working, so we went a little late. I thought they were open up a couple hours, I think almost an hour or 2 later than what they were.
Yeah.
So
I thought they were open up till at least 7. They closed at 6. At least
no.
the dealer room did.
Yeah, that's right. And I think we got there at like 4:30. So, and I felt bad because we really had to rush, but we did pick up some nice stuff last year. And they had fun. They enjoyed a lot. They're hoping in the next year or so to make another round down this way. And I got a funny feeling they're not going to fly. I got a funny feeling they're going to ride their motorcycles down. Origins is always the first or second week of June. The date has kind of varied a little bit. It actually
can go anywhere from the first week of June to the first week of July.
I think at one point it was like 2 weeks. It was like the 3rd or 4th week of May at one point. But the last few years, it's been usually the first or second weekend of June. It's a 5-day event. Usually goes from Wednesday to Sunday. And it is a lot of fun. And if you got kids that are into that stuff, or you're into that stuff, it can be a real nice place to pick up those weird odd and ends. And if you're into that stuff and you don't have a local game store, that's a great place to just find it all in one shot, because there is literally just about everything. And there are things that you can't buy in a store. Or, maybe the only place you can buy it is on Amazon. One of our favorite people that we make it a point to go and spend some time and talk with him is Grant Wilson at Rather Dashing Games. And I know we're going to be doing that again this year.
Yeah, Grant Wilson, of course, being the same Grant Wilson from Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, him and a partner got together. I think it kind of started out as a joke, and I think they did
wound up just running with it.
Yeah, they kind of ran with it, and they've produced some really, really awesome games.
They're nice and simple, but they've got a lot of strategy to them. And the nice thing is, us adults enjoy playing them, but the kids could still play them and enjoy them too. So,
and they're all kid-friendly games.
So it was a great family affair.
And they've pretty much done one or two games every year. We have purchased, between the two of us, we'll purchase at least every one so far that he's made. There was one last year. The name is...
It's like Ninjas, Pirates, Robots, and something.
Yeah, something...
Unfortunately, they decided they were going to do a Gen Con release, which Gen Con is always in July. It's up in Indianapolis, which unfortunately is a little bit too far of a run for us to go to. One year, though, I do want to go there. But yeah, they decided to release it at Gen Con last year instead of Origins.
Well, I think they said that they couldn't get it produced fast enough. They didn't have it in time.
So yeah, we're going to be picking that one up this year.
And but they're great. Both of them are great to talk to. Very friendly. They're passionate about games, and like I said, they produce some great games. Four Taverns is one of our family favorites, and.
Of course, so far nothing beats Dwarven Miner.
Dwarven Miner's
been the best one by far.
Yeah, that one definitely gets played a lot. And they're more than happy to autograph it for you. And like I said, they usually promote at Origins. They've been there at least the last 4 years now.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years now.
And they usually have their newest game on display if they don't have it up for sale. And
they'll at least have a demo from where it's going so they can get hype going for it.
But yeah, just a couple of really nice guys, and I've been more than happy to spend the money to buy their games. It's like I said, but there are plenty. Mayfield obviously has Steve Jackson games, usually has a booth. There's T-shirts. There's some used places that sell all kinds of used stuff. And if it's white and nerdy, as I like to put it, there you'll pretty much see it. Now this year, theme is space. They always do a theme every year.
No, they've just recently started doing the themes the last couple of years.
3 or 4, I think.
Yeah. But it's a nice touch. It has helped generate a little bit more excitement for the convention.
And we've seen the 500.
Steampunk.
Steampunk. Yeah. 500 First has been there a couple.
Well, we've got a pretty nice garrison here in Ohio for the 501st, so they always try to make it a point to show up to all the conventions in Ohio. So, of course, Origins being one of them. And apparently we've got one of the bigger garrisons in America.
Yeah, I looked them up here recently, and I want to say I think they got 15 or 20 people just in Columbus.
Mm-hmm. I think they were sitting at like 200 for the entire state of Ohio.
And for anybody who doesn't know what the 500 First, it's a group of enthusiasts. They build costumes,
Star Wars
costumes. So I mean, pretty much everything from Darth Vader to Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers is what the
focus.
Yeah,
they will allow everything. Something that's been popular here lately is the Chewbacca costumes.
I would love to see a good Chewbacca costume.
I'd love to see Adam Savage's Chewbacca
Adam
costume.
Savage. For anybody that's never watched Tested, subscribe to their channel. They have awesome channel.
Awesome content.
And those guys work with Adam. And you get to see all Adam's workshop and all his personal little goodies. And he has He has probably one of the best looking R2s. He's got a C-3PO. He's got a T-800, a full T-800. I mean, he's got like the Chewbacca costume. He's got a Han Solo. He did a Han Solo. He's done.
I love the episode that they just did where they, the one guy that's with him, not the buddy that usually helps him build, but the other one that does the interviews and stuff. He talked him into helping him make a authentic DL-44 Han Solo Hero Blaster.
And recently, if you are a Star Trek fan, Adam did a classic, the original series.
James T. Kirk, Captain Sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I mean, it's animated, it's got sounds. I mean, and I'm not a Gen 1 fan. I'm more of a next generation, but man, I would love to have that chair. It is just awesome. And of course, Adam is a marvel at creating props and things. So, like I said, that's a great channel to watch. But I am excited to see with the space theme this year and the Star Wars planning on coming out. I'm very curious to see what people have. And we've seen some really cool costumes. I think we saw was last year's superhero.
Last year was superhero. The year before that was steampunk.
And last year, oh my God, there was some women in some really awesome Catwoman outfits, and I hope my wife doesn't watch this video. Woo!
And then there was that one guy that was dressed up like Wolverine. That I could have swore was Hugh Jackman. Yeah, he definitely he hit the mark. And my friend here, Doc, does the chops real well. But yeah, like I said, there was some. Well, it was a Barbarian, I think, a couple of years in a row. The guy came in, he had full custom leather outfit with chainmail and all that. I mean, it was just awesome. Yeah, I guess this year they're actually doing chainmail lessons, how to actually make chainmail.
Man, if we could sit on it and just watch, I'd be happy to just watch that.
Yeah, it's really a convention that just celebrates everything geek and nerddom, and it's a really fun time. They make sure to throw a little bit of everything out there, and one of the cool things is they do a lot of stuff for the kids too. There's a specific room set up for the kids. You can kind of drop them off and let them, play games that are designed for them and stuff. They've got free demos. I mean, the entire convention center, Columbus Greater Convention Center, gets converted into Origins for this convention. And they've just got games set up all over the place. Which that reminds me, Artemis is going to be there this year.
They're going to be back this year. They weren't there last year.
Or at least we couldn't find them.
Yeah, but yeah, if they're going to be there, I definitely want to check them out. In fact, I may pick that up because they usually if they're at the convention, if you're an Artemis fan, which is kind of a bridge simulation type of program, they usually have it at a discount.
Yeah, I think that first year they had it for like $30 and it's like a $60 product.
Yeah, so that I may be looking real close at that this year. But yeah, like I said, looking forward to all that, and like I said, I'll be taking pictures, we'll be doing videos, and like I said, I know for a fact Doc is going to go in the game room, and try to sit down on a couple of games, but yeah, it's, like I said, it's something we look forward to every single year.
It's kind of nice because my birthday month is June, so this going to Origins is always my, birthday gift to myself, which makes it all that much funner. This is the one weekend out of the year that I, just kind of throw everything to the wind and do whatever I want.
And we both always spend way too much money.
Yeah.
I think I spent $500 or $600 last year. Obviously, I bought things for not only for him for his birthday, but I also bought things for my friends from Alaska. normally I spend a couple $100 a year. I'm going to try to keep it well under that this year. But
yeah, it always seems to work out. Spend too much money, not enough time.
it's never enough time. One of these years, I am literally going to take the week off and go and get the full week pass and go. Because obviously they do things, throughout the week. And so, I want a chance to hit some of those things that I never get to do during the week. Another cool thing that they do is, and they've been doing just for the last few years, they bring in a special guest. Probably my favorite was Will Wheaton and Felicia Day, which are also YouTubers.
That was the first one.
I think that was the first one. Awesome. Those two are really cool people to meet.
Last year was Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, Kevin Sorbo. Oh, who was the other? There was another big one.
I forget who was with him.
We didn't. I did do the meet with Felicia Day and Will Wheaton, which was right at the beginning of the Tabletop series. So I had to meet them, up front. And let me say, Will Wheaton, you are a cool dude. This year,
Sam Whitworth. He played Crashdown on Battlestar Galactica and was the mocap, visual, and voice of Starkiller from Force Unleashed. And then Chloe Dykstra, which is another internet personality that's big in the gaming and nerd culture circles.
Which SourceFed, you said she's been
a guest host on SourceFed for like 2-3 months now, and I would really like for them to just say they've signed her on as a permanent host, because she's really cool and fits in with the group very well. Of course, SourceFed's one of my favorite YouTube channels. They got really good content, and anything that can amuse me is good right now. So yeah, she's going to be there. So it's going to be interesting. So I haven't decided if we're going to go try to catch up with them and do an autograph or not.
Yeah, unfortunately, those are always, you have to pay, to get an autograph or whatever. But obviously, if you're into those type of people, or interested in those type of people, so far everybody that they have brought in have been really awesome people, very down to earth, and I imagine that the group that's coming in this year is going to be no different. But anyway, we are actually coming up on the parking garage full. We are not going to get our normal spot.
And that sucks.
I think we're going to have to probably go down to the Hilton and park in that parking garage then. That's the next best one to try to hit.
Is that the right?
That's the one where you turn right and you go down to the next major intersection, turn left.
Okay.
The nice thing about that one is that you can cut through the Hilton's lobby, hit the food court, go through it, and then hit the convention center.
Well, let me tell you, if that one is full, and that one's normally filled, but never. That's the first time we've ever run into that being full. And I've been to a couple of different things down here in downtown.
Yeah, the convention center kind of becomes the hub for summer indoor activities in Columbus, and so we come here 2 or 3 times throughout the year, and that's the first time in 7-8 years now that we came to this one and it's full.
And we usually hit this one because it's literally across the street from the main park.
Yeah, it's not even a block down the road from the across the street, like you said, from the convention center. So,
and normally there's 10,000-12,000 people, somewhere in that ballpark every year.
I'm wanting to say that they said last year was close to 20.
Was it?
I know they said that the attendance was up last year. Hey, buddy, you're supposed to wait till the light turns green to walk.
So yeah, I guess we got another minute or so we'll kind of chat while we're speeding around.
If this part of the video doesn't get cut in post.
And
for vulgarities due to road rage.
Yeah, it's people's stupidity. So yeah, but it's got to be busy this year.
Yeah, this next light and then take the left, and then you'll go past the Hilton.
It's been a while since I parked on that side.
Not the Hilton, the Hyatt Regency.
Yeah, I know.
I just know it's the hotel. Can't ever keep the name.
Yeah, and the place is huge. I mean, it's got to be a couple 100,000 square feet of convention center. So you've never been to Columbus Convention Center, they're having an event that you're interested in, it's going to be big. And this event, like he said, takes up the entire convention center.
Yeah, they hold Origins here. I know the Wizards.
Shit. Yeah, we're going to have
There's going to be another parking garage up here. It's not a garage, it's a parking
Yeah, it's a parking lot. Yeah, I've hit that one
We'll
before.
try that one.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. People sitting outside. But yeah, oh hell. Heavy rescue.
Yeah, they like to pull that one out for different reasons.
Anyway, like I was saying, they do Origins here, the Wizards, micro Comic-Cons.
We're going to do that one this year.
Country.
We keep talking about doing.
Well, I've went before with a former roommate of mine. It's a pretty cool setup. We got to actually that year we got to meet Walter Koenig from Star Trek.
God, I would have
He
loved
was a
it.
super cool guy.
I would have loved to know
We got to meet Billy D. Williams.
that. God, I have missed out on that.
Yeah, we were thinking about going to try to get an autograph because the big headliners that year was Adam West and I always forget the Robin's name, but the guy that played Robin in the old '60s television show. Both of them were there, and they wanted $100 a piece for those autographs, though.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. And I realize these people are famous and all that, but it gets past the $20 mark, and I pretty much will say no.
I can even understand $30, which is the normal price for an autograph, but $100, that's asking a bit much.
No, I'm fine. Thank you. And I will also say bring cash. Oh, yes!
I'm in it for the parking.
That's one of the reasons why you bring me along.
No, you bring me along because I'm cool and awesome and funny.
Yeah, well, that's why you always have one friend who's disabled. So anyway, this is where I'm going to end the vlog, at least this portion of it. Like I said, I will have, obviously, more videos that will come out probably just after this one. But we're looking forward to Origins, and
So now it's time to go enjoy it.
Yep.
it's going to be a lot of fun. We will see you later.
Yeah.